Hi, this is Zach Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Friday, the 6th of October. Starting off with the S&P as usual, and here we see the market finding support above 4,200, which is basically the old May resistance area, and above the 200-day moving average around 4,200 itself. We've also got a situation where the market has just pushed back above the old September support there, 42.36. That may be a sign that we're ready to head back to the broken neckline resistance of the post-summer head and shoulders formation around 43.30. Below 4,200 and the 200-day line, the risk is of a move down towards the 4,100 area, also the May support zone. But at the moment, looks like we might get away with a move towards the 4,200 area, but not lower. Onto the stocks, and starting off with a decent-looking prospect. This one is CareMax. We've broken above the 50-day moving average, the blue line there, around the $2.20 area, above 220, looking for 320 at the top of that rising trend channel from back in July. That would also clear the 200-day line around $3.05. Ideally, we stay above that uptrend line from August around the 210 level. In the meantime, the rally started with bullish divergence, low for the middle of August, but the RSI pushing higher, and that started the rally. Edgewise is next, and here we have a falling wedge breakout. That was through the $6.20 area. Also managed to close above the 50-day moving average there at $6.55. Initial target here up to as high as $8.10 by the end of this month, and then hopefully by the end of next month we could be as high as $9.50 plus at the top of that falling trend channel from back in December. We move to Gulf Island, and here unfull gap to the upside through the 50-day moving average, rising 50-day line, and also recent neckline resistance around the $3.40 level, above $3.40, looking for up to $4.30 at the top of that rising trend channel from back in April. Ideally, we stay on the right side of the 200-day line around $3.75 over coming sessions. Next up is Maia, and here you can see that Maia Biotechnology has broken the line of resistance there from May, broken above the 50-day line and found support there around the $1.96 area. But the key here is that we stay above 210 and that May line to head up to as high as $3.60 by the end of next month, and hopefully by the end of this month. Next up is another stock which is on the front foot at the moment, and here stretched much higher after the big rally started here with a island bear trap reversal. So we gapped down and then made new lows and then gapped up again. So that was a great signal for the on the charting basis. Then we had a nice consolidation above the 200-day line, and we've pushed higher. Initial target here up to $70, and we're looking for that while we remain above the $56 area, which was the late January, early February resistance for the shares. If you're a fan of the shares and looking for a greater target to the upside, that would probably come in the form of the line I'm drawing now, up to as high as $85 plus from a December resistance line projection. But let's go for 70 at the moment while we're above 56 on Mirati. Another stock which may be worth following for some is Motorsport Games, and here looks like we're bottoming out, and you can see why we're bottoming out from what I've already drawn here on the chart. So we've broken a line of resistance there from August. That was around the $3.50 area, just near the rising 50-day line now, around $4.30, looking for up to $5.80 by the end of this month, and then maybe up to $8 by the end of next month, although obviously it's early days yet. The key here is really to remain above that trend line break level at $3.55. Stock which is looking quite encouraging as well at the moment is OceanPal, and here you can see why. Gapped up at the end of last month, and we've been progressing with a rising trend channel from back in June. Top of that channel currently heading towards the $3.40 area, and we're looking for that while we hold above 220. So relatively straightforward, in theory straightforward setup there at OceanPal. Moving on to another stock of bullish credentials. It's Profire Energy, and here you can see that basically bounced off the floor of that rising trend channel from back in May. Obviously, if we stay above that, we're looking for the top of the channel. They're up to $3.60 by the end of next month. And the more end-of-day closes we get above the 50-day line at $2.28, the better the situation appears here. Rather thinly traded stock next, but Sifco could be the one to deliver upside for people. $4.30, well, actually blown through the $4 area, but the high of the rising trend channel there from last November is high as $6, which we're looking for by the end of next month, while we remain above the gap floor around $3.80. That was also the resistance at the beginning of the year, so things adding up there quite nicely on a technical basis. TSCAN is next, and here you can see just a gentle breakout, rising trend channel there from back at the end of May. $4.10 the target there, while we're above, or the longer we remain above, the $3 level, which is basically June to September resistance for the shares. 50 and 200-day lines both rising, so going into a golden cross, which could also add momentum later this month for the stock. Orogenesis is next, and here a push towards the 200-day line with a gap, so that's always encouraging. We're looking for the shares to push up yet further, and that could be in the form of a move towards the line I've just drawn there. So that's up towards the $5.50 area by the end of next month on a broadening triangle base, and that broadening triangle base in place since just before the beginning of the summer. But the key here is to get above that or towards that 200-day line near $4.20 as quickly as possible. Next stock is one of the last three, and starting off with the last three with a very strong looking situation. It is Tango Therapeutics, breaks to new highs and above that old resistance around $11.60. Looking for the shares to make progress within a rising trend channel from back in June. That's pointing as high as $18, and that could be hit by the end of next month. Ideally, we don't close or remain below $11 and the floor of that rising trend channel. On to Xoma, and here you can see that tentative moves to the upside here, second time to try and clear the 50-day line in the recent past. That is around the $15.80 level, looking for up to $19 by the end of next month if we can get a decent weekly close above that 50-day moving average. Last stock of the day coming up with Vivopower, and here we got, I suppose, the shares looking for really a bear trap rebound from below the old lows there around $34. If we can get that, then the shares could then get back to the main 200-day moving average area at $50 by the end of next month. But the key here, the key trigger would be $34 plus for Vivopower. That's it from me today. More updates next week.